Hey everybody. Well, this is just going to be a ramble, and I'm going to explain what's been depressing me of late. And I know I'm not alone in this. I'm late to the game as far as feeling this particular depression. Like, this I know has been going on, but I finally caught up to where everybody else is on this. If you're doing a little well for yourself. So, backing up, many of you know that I got a new degree last year, and then I got a license with the state to, be in the field that I'm in, and working on another license. But yeah, like a lot of people, I felt like going to college and working to better myself would put me in a better place in life. You know what I'm saying? And I am realizing that I am feeling that feeling that a lot of college graduates that are getting out of college these years have been feeling, and that's basically, I feel like I've been sold a lie. I might have sold myself part of that lie, to be honest, because I had heard stories of people feeling this way. But basically, the world is different than it was 20 years ago, where getting out of college and getting into a job, you'd just be set. And there's all sorts of stumbling blocks in your way. Mine right now is that I want to move, and I can't. Basically, it took me a long time to even get pre-qualified, because as somebody who has some contract work, not W-2 but 1099 style work, in the mix of my income, it took me a while just to get pre-qualified with a lending institution, just to be able to get a mortgage, right? And so here I am, finally in that spot. Got a realtor lined up and everything, and what I'm finding is I'm kind of priced out of the market, even though I'm a person with a graduate degree and a license to practice. I am not, I feel, a valued member of society, because I don't get paid enough to live in the city where I work, or even on the outskirts of the city where I work. And it has been very much troubling me this past weekend. I got a link Saturday night from Raven J, and went over to her channel and talked to her after Joe had left on a very long live stream. I'm still doing a little bit of content creation, even though it didn't happen on this channel. But yeah, I couldn't even really get on that live stream for the first 2 hours of it, because I was still just like, I'm experiencing housing market trauma. Like, the inability to find a good place to go move, and then once you see something that maybe is doable, maybe you could stretch what you actually wanted to fit that place, you go try to look at it, and there's already bids on it, and they are bidding over the asking price by tens of thousands of dollars, to the point where I can't compete with things that are in my price range. And even if I could, it would seem ridiculous, very, very ridiculous to even try. Like, I am certainly scared of a housing market crash happening, right after I buy a house, like I feel like I'm the jinx. I'm the one who's going to set that housing market decline right into motion. I'm the one who's going to buy at the top. And then, housing markets will dip for a decade. And then I'll be the one left holding the bag, paying this ridiculous amount for a house. And by ridiculous, I'm comparing it to incomes in the area, because I feel like I make a very good income now. It's better than I've ever made, and I'm still priced out of being able to get into a house, or even a townhouse, or even a condo in my city, because by the time I get to the table, there are people who are willing to pay like 50 grand more, 60 grand more. I wanted to go just view a manufactured home. Not a trailer, but a manufactured home. Like, I can visualize in 3 parts this thing probably drove down the interstate with, like, the saran wrap on the side so you could look inside like a dollhouse. I could imagine this thing had gone one trip from the factory to where it was. It wasn't built that way. It was built kind of like with a frame, but it was like pre-manufactured parts. But it looks like, a real house and a trailer had a baby, And so I was looking at this thing, and I'm already like, I don't want a manufactured house. I'm already kind of bending what I want just a little bit. It had good location. It had the space I needed. It had an office. It had nice French doors inside. I fell in love with French doors, okay? I imagined a whole life in that house in a matter of hours. Just like how it would fit in my life. And then I wanted to see the actual inside, not just see pictures of it, because I had driven by it at different times of the day just to check how quiet it is. I can't be having a lot of disturbances, outside, because, what I do? Telehealth, right? And if I'm working from home, which is sometimes the case, most times the case, I just don't want to have those disturbances. So I checked it out on the outside, and the next day I was all set to get my my viewing of this house. And then my realtor called me back and said somebody had offered $60,000 more than the asking price. And it was, they were asking like $290, and this person went up to $350. And apparently it actually appraised more than they were asking for. So the only the amount that I would have to make up would be like they were going to have to make up like $35,000 over what it appraised for if they got a loan to be able to buy it. And I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, 10 years ago that would have been 50 grand. It's in it, it's not in the best neighborhood either. Like there's a lot not going for this thing. It would fit my purposes for how I need to live my life for the next few years, but like it's like when you're dating, right? And if you lower your standards in order to allow somebody into your life, and then they cheat on you, or they abuse you, or they hurt you in some way, and then you're hurt twice because there's the whatever they did to hurt you, but also the fact that you lowered your standards to allow them into your life, and you were expecting that they would respect that of you. right? And that's what I felt with this house was like, holy shit. To be honest, I made a lot of concessions from what I actually want in a house to even want to look at this thing. And then went through the whole process of, imagining how it might fit my life. And then to be hit with the fact that, well, I really can't compete with people being that crazy, throwing, 60 grand over the asking price. And whatever prices I'm looking at online for anything now. I can call my realtor and she'll tell me, yep, there's already 2 bids in and they're already over the asking price by tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm like, well, damn. Everything that I see that's good is just getting snatched up. And I guess people are figuring that, they'll get their money back because, you pay $30,000-$40,000 over asking price, and then in 1 year the house value goes up 20 more %. You'll get your money back, right? So I guess that's what they're thinking. But I'm shopping in fear because I've been predicting a housing crash since 2019. And it hasn't come. And when it does come, I'm not right. Right? I haven't been right. I've been wrong for 3 years now, going on. More than that, right? And I've been wrong. Everybody who bought a house 3 years ago was not at the top of the market. They have had year-over-year gains of 20% at a time. And now I find myself just kind of... I'm not even trying to time the market. I just find myself on the outside of the game anymore. And I kind of feel like a lot of people are stuck in the same boat. I know a couple friends of mine are, and they're commiserating with me, but now I'm at the table of sadness. I'm crying in my beer with them, and it sucks. I'm actually thinking that this is such a profoundly sad thing to run into, to finally get to a point where you're making a good amount of money, but you still can't afford a house, right? I feel like this is such a profound sadness that I might actually want to create a niche for myself as a therapist, to where I will counsel people who are feeling the grief of I put in a good bid on a house and I got outbid, and that entire life that I imagined for myself at that place is now completely gone because somebody just outbid me by tens of thousands of dollars in a crazy fashion for something that wasn't worth even the asking price to begin with. When I look at homes, I'm basically stuck in a mindset of 2016 prices, I suppose. That's what's in my head, and now I'm looking at 22 prices, and I just can't believe that, I can't afford anything. And there's more to that feeling. I mean, this can of soda right here, this Sprite, I still feel like I should be able to put 50 cents in a vending machine and get a soda out, and I don't know anywhere you can find that anymore, but that's, I'm still stuck on those prices. So those price points, they stick with me. That's why I don't buy sodas from a vending machine, because the sticker shock of things gets to me. And yeah, just figured I'd share that with you all. I'm going to keep looking and I'm not going to feel rushed into anything. This is going to probably be a painful process of me trying to snipe something. And if the housing market falls to meet me where I'm at, that's fine. Otherwise, I either have to keep saving so that I can be the person who shatters somebody else's dreams by outbidding them by a ridiculous amount, or I got to make a lot more money. Because even though I have a great income now, it's just not enough. There's this big inequity between pay and housing prices these days. If anybody has any tips, half of you are going to say something very obvious, and I've already done it, but I'm not going to tell you to shove it up your ass, even if it's something that I've already thought of. I realize how much pain I'm in, and how I need to be using my coping skills to be able to get through this process, because if I'm going to win, it'll be because I was patient. And I want to win. Want to move. All right. Ramble over. Talk to you guys next time.